It's the official pull to open summary of the Ambassadors of Death in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so there's a British space mission to Mars Probe 7, and but they've lost contact with it. What's going on? They've got a Recovery 7 thing up there, and there's a guy, and he sort of doesn't know what he's found, and there's weird stuff going on. But we go back to HQ, and UNIT is there. They're trying to help figure out what's going on with this missing Mars probe, and Recovery 7 lands, and the astronauts get taken somewhere else. I think, but then the probe itself is empty. But meanwhile, the Doctor's been watching this all on television. He has got the TARDIS console with Liz Shaw, and he's experimenting with it. He's sending both of them forward in time, but then he gets involved. He starts to watch the TV coverage of this Mars probe mission, and gets straight down to Space Center sharpish because they need his help, because there's a mysterious message or noise that's being played, and it kind of briefly kind of blows everyone's minds, and the Doctor needs to get up there. He decides he's going to be the pilot on the next mission. Meanwhile, Liz stays on Earth, and Liz and the Doctor are sort of running around uncovering this conspiracy. They're talking to the Minister of Technology, who appears to be trying to slow walk everything. There's a guy called General Carrington who's in charge of space security, and he starts to get a bit bloodthirsty because turns out that there's an alien ship in the sky, and that's where the Doctor goes. And meanwhile, there are these astronauts at this secure facility, and these criminals are involved in this conspiracy with the scientists. Everyone's in this conspiracy, and they've got these guys in spacesuits, and they've got tons of radiation on them, and they're used to go around and kill people, including the minister, and that's to scare everyone, because guess what? General Carrington is the sort of head of all this conspiracy, and when the Doctor goes up into space, he finds that the astronauts are fine. They're on this alien vessel that looks a bit weird. Everything goes a bit trippy, and he's inside. And they think they're watching football, and that they're fine. They're back at Space Center, but they're not. They're up in the ship. They're just watching weird stuff. And anyway, he discovers that basically the astronauts down there, the scary things, are actually ambassadors that have been sent to Earth. But General Carrington doesn't want them to be ambassadors. He wants to blow the alien ship out of the sky with nuclear weapons. And because it turns out that they killed his friend Jim on Mars, because he was a Mars astronaut himself. Been all sorts of Mars missions in the background of this. And yeah, so he tries to do a TV broadcast to the entire world, but the Doctor and Liz and the Brigadier and Bessie, they all and the unit soldiers, they all come in using the ambassadors to break into Space Center in the TV studio, and General Carrington is placed under arrest by the Brigadier, who Carrington had previously tried to arrest. He tried to basically supersede all of UNIT, but he didn't, and the Brig is there, and Benton takes General Carrington away, and they're all left. UNIT is left to do, and the Space Center is left to do the swapsies of the ambassadors and the actual astronauts who are still up there, and we don't see them. And